Tacky time! And today we will mostly be talking about the top 10 manga of the week according to the New York Times manga bestseller list. They have bestseller lists for most type of books. I believe it's only in the medium of books. It's not like CDs and stuff that's like, Billboard or something, or whatever you have in your country. That's like the UK top, 40 or whatever. Something like that. Anyway, we have that for manga, pretty much for the top 10 manga of the week. And what I do is I basically count them down every Friday. Every Friday, goes Friday to Friday each week, and the amount of copies, I'm guessing the amount of copies that were sold are totaled up, and whichever one sold the most that week gets in the number one spot, and then down and down and down until you get to 10. But to start ourselves out, we do have some other news. Some sad news is the very, very popular show, Running Man, a very popular Korean variety show, is coming to an end next year, and very, very soon in February, after a bit of a scandal with, I believe, two of the members, Kim Jong-kook and Song Ji-hyo, being kind of maybe kicked out by somebody, so they wouldn't be on the show anymore. They have decided to not make the show anymore after probably about, I don't actually watch the show yet a whole lot, so I'm not sure if it's weekly or if it's monthly or something. I would say there's probably like 3 more episodes or something, so if they film them all, I don't know how they film them either. If they film them all in advance, they could like stop. They could be done with it like now, but most probably they'll still do a bit more until February, and then they will not make any more. So yeah, that's something. It's crazy. I am happy that I was able to be there while it was still going, and I will probably try to watch a lot so I can say that I did watch the show while it was still going. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I didn't think it would end. I mean, it's been going for like 7 years, but still, I just thought it was a pretty stable show. I mean, one person had left before, like Gary, I believe, had left, but I didn't think that was like a huge deal. But I guess now it's time to end it. Anyway, next we have EXO. They have released another teaser for their Christmas album. Here it is. And you've got some more pictures of all the members, and then you've got this, which I don't know if that's cropped or not, but it's pretty much like EXO for Life or For Life EXO, or actually their album is called For Life, isn't it? Yes, it is. Sorry, that was all a sentence, but no, For Life, then EXO, then Winter Special 2016. So yeah. Okay, so the album is set for release on December 19th, and there will be a music video, but it will only feature Chanyeol, Suho, and Kai, I believe, in a story type song, probably with them 3 in it, but the rest will, I guess, maybe not make an appearance. So I guess usually it's more like a ballad song, so there's not a lot of dancing. So they don't really need to have everybody doing dancing and stuff. So, but you will still hear them singing the song. So, still get excited for that. That's coming pretty soon, I would say, fairly soon. So let's get to the top 10 manga of the week. So I don't know. Let me see. Did we do it last week? If I remember all the ones on. I don't know. We'll count them down again really, really fast. I can't remember, but last week it was The Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time, then One Punch Man 9, Tokyo Ghoul 1, Dragons Rioting 5, One Punch Man 1, Tokyo Ghoul 9, Black Butler 23, Tokyo Ghoul 2, Black Butler 1, and Fairy Tail 57. So some of those will probably be on this week's. So, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, man, it was announced that I'm guessing a part of this manga is going to be released on the Free Comic Book Day, which is a really cool day where you get free comics and sometimes now manga as well. You get, maybe Pokemon or some Attack on Titan stuff. Or I actually got some JoJo, I believe. I got some JoJo in the regular comic style format instead of the more manga style format. So I think they will have something from the Legend of Zelda manga. And I can see why, because this thing is crazy popular. I think it is, it's because it's from a very popular game, so it's not just people that like manga, or it's people that like manga but then like video games as well. They're going to buy this, and some people, it's like the Big Hero 6 manga. They might think, oh, it's just a comic for that, and then they get it and are happy with it because that's kind of what it is. So that stays at the top again. I'm guessing that it's been running for 5 weeks. I think it wasn't number one the first week it came out, but after that, it's been number one for a while. So we'll see if it's able to keep up, but I don't know who can stop it. I mean, you know what? I think One Punch Man beat it when it first came out, but then it hasn't beat it since. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when the Attack on Titan anime comes back in April next year, that might give the manga a big boost, especially that first volume that's very popular. And that might beat it. But until then, I don't know. If the sales keep up like they have been, it could really stay there a very long time. Anyway, the official title of it is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time Legendary Edition 1. So that's just the first volume or collection of it. It's not even the whole thing. I kind of thought it was the whole thing, but I guess it's not. Excuse me. Anyway, moving on. Next, we've got One Punch Man Volume 1. Very popular. This week, it is at number 2. Last week, it was at number 5. So, it has moved up 3. It's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. Next, we have Monster Musume, number 10 at 3. That's a new version. A new volume for this month, or this time. They don't get. I don't think they come out every single month, but it's the newest volume, so it hasn't been on before. Yeah. So anyway, but One Punch Man, I'm forgetting to say how much they've been on. Legends of Zelda has been on 6 weeks in total, and One Punch Man Volume 1 has been on 66, so that's 11 times more. That's a lot. Next we have Tokyo Volume 1, which is at number 4 this week. It got pushed out by Monster Musume. It was at 3 last week, so it goes down 1 since Monster Musume took its place. It's been on 75 times in total. Next is Black Butler 23, Volume 23, at number 5. Last week it was at number 7, so it moves up a bit. That's good, fairly good. Moves from the back half to kind of the middle. It's been on 3 weeks in a row, so it's still pretty new. It's hanging on there. Next is One Punch Man Volume 9, the newest volume of One Punch Man. That volume, it's at number 6 this week. Last week it was at number 2. So One Punch Man number 1, or One Punch Man Volume 1 took its spot. So now it moves down a lot. Doesn't it? Yeah, it moves down 4. So not great for it. It might be going down. But of course, these One Punch Man, they stay at about that 9 through 6 range for a pretty good time, I would say. It's been on 6 weeks in a row, so the same as Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Next, we have Tokyo Ghoul Volume 9. It's at 7 this week, and it was at 6 last week, so One Punch Man 9 just pushes it down. Next is Black Butler 1. Yeah, Black Butler Volume 1, which is at the 8th spot. It used to be at the 9th spot, so it moves down 1. That's cool. It has been on 48 times in a row, so of course these popular ones are usually fairly popular. Anyway, they're on quite a bit, so they usually have like 50 or something. times on the list in total, but not in a row. I recently noticed that it's not in a row. They can leave for 1 week and then come back, and it still just puts one in their total. It's not like, even though they weren't there, we count it as 2 or something. It wasn't there. So, yeah. And obviously, if it's in total, then you can't really see that. So it's kind of hard to tell how many times they've been in a row, but still, it's cool. And next we have Tokyo Ghoul Volume 3. A lot of Tokyo Ghoul. Of course, popular. That's at 9. This is a new volume. It's volume 3, but it wasn't on last week, so there's nothing to say for where it was last week, even though it's not new, and it's been on 17 weeks in total. And finally, Tokyo Ghoul Volume 8 is at the 10th spot. It also wasn't on last week. It had gotten pushed out by something. Fairy Tail was at this spot last week. Nowhere to be seen this week, since it just barely got in at number 10, but then it just fell off, and Tokyo Ghoul 8 probably took its place. And that's usually what happens. New things will come out, push out Tokyo Ghoul, One Punch Man, or Attack on Titan for 1 week, and then in a week with less stuff, those will jump back on. So that's why I have to explain that every single time, just to make sure if somebody likes this as much as me. I find it fun to look at and see how the stuff does. Anyway, it's on number 10, and it's been on 13 weeks in total, so that's pretty good. So that'll do it for this week in the top 10 manga of the week. It's been a pretty good week. We'll see if Legends of Zelda can make it next week when we do this again. So I'll see you on Monday. I believe there's something else until then. So I'll see you then with another Tacky time. And do you know what time it is? It's go time.